Kind sir. Wonderful, wonderful. Appreciate that. Talk with y'all a little bit, most high people. Are we good? Am I lined up right? Where we gonna start at? All right. You said what? What did you say, Ram? You said 10 and 1? 15 and 4. He said 1 come before 5. What are we gonna do with it? There you go. He said 50. So really, he said I've been wrong the whole time I've been up here. Romans 15 and 4. We understand the basis of why we use this, right? This gives us our validity because the argument is going to be between the Christian church and the Hebrew Israelite churches. Hebrews, that they call themselves. One is why we use the New Testament. Another one is why we use the Old, right? According to our law, let's see the book of, we're going to get there first. And the other one, you're going to get me, so we silent both of us since I'm talking. Yakra. They'll call this Leviticus. But the book is called Uyakra. And what does it mean? And he called. Y'all got it? The yard in this, the yard by itself would refer to he. Y'all got it? Now, sometimes you'll see in the ancient, when you're looking at the writings, you'll see a yard before a word. The yard will be in front of it. The yard is there not because it's a part of the word, but it's telling you that it refers to him, he. So it's telling you, and the he called. Got it? Yakra. The yard is telling you that he called. Y'all got it? You got Yasharal. Yasharal. He ruled as Elohim. That's what the yard is telling you. It's referring to the male. That's why it shows you the male in the right. You'll see. It's the male sex part is what it's called. Now, I don't know who made it like that. I don't know where you went, but I'm just saying that's what it is. If you shooting off like that, go get checked. But this is what it is. I don't know. But that's the male. The male. That's what it is. That's what it is now. I don't know who made it like that now. But you need to get checked. You go to the doctor. Yeah, that's the male sex part. That just go on the road with that. So yeah, they said it could be down their legs just He laying down, I don't know. I'm just gonna get out the board for GP at this point. But that's what it is. People the thing about what people call sex, and people kind of make it more perverted than that's what it is, but it actually symbolizes an act. The same thing. That's what you find when you find the husbandman. It refers to the husbandman because the man has the sickle, and the man gonna thrust in his sickle and reap. Okay, when a man is similar to when he having sex with a woman, is similar to breaking ground for the first time. Got it? So when he breaking ground with his yard, got it? And then once you break ground is when you sow seed. Y'all got it? This is the same premise we get. So people try to take it as though, people, I don't want to hear about sex, but if you're farming, it's sexual. You got it? That's why it refers to the farmer. They'll call it farmer, and then they make up songs and farmer woman. A woman can't be no husbandman. And that's why she ain't got no business sowing no seed. That's the man. He plow. He referred to when it come down to the preacher. He referred to him as the husband that he plow and hoe. So like a man when he plow, he's looking to reap. Y'all got it? So you kind of got the idea of what we're talking about. Y'all got it? Okay. Let's see. A woman ain't got nothing to tear up no ground. A man does. Y'all got it? Okay. So you break up your fallow ground, which is your But that's what a man does with what they call a virgin, Bethula. Got it? It's going to be breaking up fallow ground, untilled ground. Y'all got it? Okay. I just threw that out there for GP, but I know this is stuff people don't know. He gonna get me Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Other Aki gonna get me Uyakra, chapter 26, 26 and 1. They'll call it Leviticus. With learning, some of the Abba, we hadn't mastered it. I don't think anybody gets to mastering any of this or even the Shafar itself. We just constantly in a state of learning. We try to keep ourselves and leave that room, or we can always transition. Anytime information comes in, the correct information, we always want to leave room to transition. We don't want. I remember where I came from before. Statements. If I'm wrong, the book wrong. And a lot of times they the book wrong. Well, we know this book has been distorted, and some things have been altered, but that's a good thing. People ain't for everybody to be saved. So it don't make sense. I wouldn't go take up every King James version, every Gideon Bible, every NIV version. I don't think the version is more detrimental. Just the fact that when these people transgender the book, there's a lot of detriment to us. There are a lot of things they left. They broke up some things so we wouldn't get a clear connection. Even we talked about just looking at how we learned about Adum, which was who? Asu. Adum, which would be important for us because we found another man that did what? For what? For a morsel of food. That's how important it would be. But we would have never connected those two if it wasn't for the Abari. Because the Abari told us Edom. That's Greek. The actual name would be Adum because he referred back to Adam. That Adum referred to him being a reddish man. Y'all got it? Just one of the things would be important for us to know, but we wouldn't know that from the way they wrote it. You wouldn't get a Christian church able to put those two connections together and connect because that's part of what they did with this book. But Mr. Yahuwah meant for this book to come out, to be printed, because that's how it drew a lot of us. We came in as Christianites. A lot of us, that's how we came. We were Christianized. How did the book first even drew us to it? Through Christian antic experiences. Once we saw the failures of it, it only made sense that it had to be something more. Isn't that right? But had we not come in the way we did for a lot of us, we'd have went and tried to experiment with Christianity after we got this. Just to go and see what else is out there. Some of us went through Islam first. How many of y'all tried Islam? You tried Islam? I don't know how a man eat pork bacon every day trying Islam. I don't know. I mean, people do. I know Mike was a Muslim. Do something. Mike, you ever try to be a Muslim? No, they wouldn't take you. Huh? He'll forget not to eat pork. He'll remember. He'll make sure. That joke will put some pork front. He'll put bacon all around the bottom so he remind himself. You know what I'm saying? Ham hock hanging. That joke had ham hock and stuff. Every time he look at it, so he remind himself he's supposed to eat pork. Y'all know that's amazing. It's almost like people do that for sin. It's almost like they put it on themselves. So let's see how that works out. This is the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4. Other brother got me Uyakra 26 and 1. Yes, sir. Listen to the book.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
See that? For whatsoever things were written aforetime
were written for our learning.
You see that? Was written for our learning. It seemed to me, when I came through Christianity, it seemed it was easier to understand the new than the old. It just seemed like it was easy to understand. The old just seemed just too complex. It was too much. When you start doing names and you can't pronounce, you might get a couple of them. You say, let me just move on and get to, where the Lord is working and moving. You say, and then you start reading certain instances of something, especially when I read something that say he killed him. That thing used to really throw me. I say, I just need to go to the New Testament. I never said he was wrong, but it just left me just kind of started with, am I serving somebody that can turn around and kill me too? You know, then you read it, and I say it had to be some explanation. He didn't do it, but some kind of way it's saying he did it, and I just don't understand how he did it, that somebody else did it, and he said he did it. So I was really confused. And in yourself, you try to convince yourself you're on the right path. It was just a lot of stuff I didn't understand. I wouldn't admit it, but just being honest, you know, I got a clear understanding of how he can do that now. But back then, I didn't want to accept that, because if I accepted that, I had to accept that he'll kill me too. So that's stuff I didn't want to know. No. Not ready to hear with his people, and he said he did something to me. I just got to keep reading. I'm like, just keep reading. Or somewhere, you know what I'm saying, you trying to find out where it work out for you. You trying to find them shining bright scriptures that make you feel better about yourself and what you're doing. And you don't want to read nothing talking about nobody getting killed and him destroying all these people. It's like, this is horrific. It's like, it just threw me. It's like, ooh, that just kind of messed my head up for a minute. And it's just something I just don't understand. I just got to look to get understanding. It's some kind of way it makes sense, but I don't know it, and I don't want to deal with that. Let me get to something else. You know what I'm saying? You kind of want to be like Dorothy. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere you go, you want to feel like you go back to the other place. It lets you avoid where you at. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want to try to deal with what she was dealing with. She wanted somebody else to conquer her problem, her feelings. She wanted to get back to somewhere first. Fix where you at first. Y'all got me? You want to get home? Fix the situation where you at to get yourself there. Y'all got it? All right, I'm just telling you. That's how I look at it. Okay. Let's see. For whatsoever things are written for a time, written for hour.
Learning.
Through patience come to the scripture.
Might have hope.
All right, let's look at Uyakra and he called. See, now y'all learn something when you see the yard in front of it as well, right? Okay. This is Uyakra 26:1. Listen to the book. They call it Leviticus. Listen to the book.
Ye shall make you no idols nor graven image.
Hold on for a minute. Did he stutter? I don't know. Well, he's a now go ahead.
Ye shall make you no idols nor graven image.
Yeah.
Neither rear you up a standing image.
Yeah.
Neither shall you set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it.
Mm-hmm.
For I am Yahuwah, your Elohim.
What happened?
Ye shall keep my Shabbats and reverence my sanctuary.
Yeah. So reverence. Okay. Well, what were you? Okay. Probably use Yara. Yara will refer to fear and reverence or reverential awe. Uh-oh, y'all finna make me mess up. Uh-oh, when I start writing that cursive, you know what that means? There you go. I'm going to get this on this thing. That's how you always get it. You just send and then drag it out and throw it up like that. They be like, oh, yeah, I know what that is. Reverential. That's how y'all spell it. That ain't y'all in trouble. Reverenteal or A-L? I-A-L? Just L? See, what I put on there? T-A-L. I put an E. Because I'm saying tell. I want you to tell it. Tell it. Like Mr. Bodie, if folks call, he pick it up. Tell it. It's just the telephone, they call him to tell it. Tell it. So he's going to put A-L, I put T-L, because I want you to tell it. Reverend tell it. Y'all got it? They ain't about nothing. And we move on. All right, this is so we use the word Yara. Y'all got it? Okay. So I'm going to like Mother Smith. Yara. Put a Yah. Yara. Yara, go on there and sit down somewhere. All right, y'all ready? All right. Listen.
Ye shall keep my Shabbats.
You shall
eat.
You say eat my Shabbats? Or
keep.
This sound like who heard eat? Is he stuttering again? All right, you shall keep my Shabbat. What up?
And Yara, my sanctuary.
And Yara, my sanctuary.
I am Yahuwah.
Well, we want to say sanctuary. We'll use Makdash. 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 That'd be the sacred place. Versus sanctuary actually has another meaning. White people got us with a whole lot of stuff we do. So these are places they do other practices. You'd be surprised. Look up sanctuary for me. Let's see, let them hear what sanctuary means. So I don't want to look like, sometimes people look like, oh, we try to be too technical. You know, some words you can kind of float with and you can kind of go, it's just a Greek or an Abba word. I mean, just a Greek or a Latin word. But some words have a little more intent. White people have another intent, like we learned with amusement park. They could just name them fun park. A place where people go to have fun. That's it. Why would you put to deceive, to mesmerize, to trick, and then you are putting it so, and then it's like you almost have to be stupid to keep going. They're like, exactly. I tell you that and you'll still do it. What I'm trying to tell you, you are stupid. Let's see. Let them see what. Look, y'all looking at sanctuary for me? Let me know when y'all looking them up. Okay, that's good. So we just kind of look at why I don't want people that, because people, we'll get around to that too. We'll get around to that too. It's other stuff that we got to know as well. But, some words it's just good to get away from because they actually have a lot to do with why we're damaged. You go to church and you go in the sanctuary. You know what I'm saying? All the different things you got. And when you go in there, you got all the evil things working against you. He tells you, rearing up these images. And that's what you got in there, on the windows, on the wall, all the stuff. So you look at, you see him praying as for some type of relief and salvation when everything around you and where you going is saying damnation. So it's like, how do you get delivered? You got people convincing themselves that they deliver. And it's like these people are setting you up for just complete failure with just in verbiage and things that you say in the places you go and how they put together. All these things are working against you. We talk about the movie Golden Child. When they had that kid sitting there, they had every point of evil sitting around him and even the food sitting there to kill him. But they disguised the food and put the poison in the food. Amazing. We find out today most of these stores, we trusted public. We started with Piggly Wiggly Wayfield, Save a Lot, Food Lion. How many of y'all remember these stores? For black people and poor white people. That's who went to them for in them stores. Then people with suits and that didn't go no Food Lion and go to them places like that. When I was growing up, you had stores like Big Star and stuff like that, Winn-Dixie. And then right, them for white folk to go buy good, clean, small, proper cut meat. Nigga went and got roast, folded over, coming out the white container, and the plastic, you like, that's the one I want. Yeah. Jump, blood dripping. You don't even wash your hand. You take, one about to ask you, like, now you go, you like, now you better get that stuff off. We would come, you got that blood, and you took that thing right on up there to the rest, that big old thing, meat coming, spilling all out here, $5, $6, you got to roll like that. And the roast beef, nice fat roll for $5, $6. You'd have went to public, went this one up, roast like that right here. $10, $11. You're like, man, who finna buy that little thing? And then you be like, them people, you like, white people stupid. White people like, listen, son, nobody give you this much meat for no $5. You the one stupid. We don't shop over there. All the people shop there at Piggly Wiggly, and them stores were blacks and poor whites. Then they got us the public Kroger's. Man, I think I was done there grown when I shopped at a Kroger. We ain't shopping no Kroger's. I mean, I remember that. I mean, if you grew up down, I mean, for us, we just in shopping there were more white people stores. And people that had what we call had gravitated to a better lifestyle. But now Kroger's ain't nothing but a Piggly Wiggly's. You had to go dry to go find a good Kroger. Walmart, you'd have some good food and stuff in there. You go in there, you learn you can't eat nothing out of Walmart. I ain't bought no meat in Walmart so long. That's ridiculous. I go get my drawers and t-shirt at Walmart, but I ain't gonna buy no food. And they got that turkey wing already cooked laying over there. I get that. Them only in the nigga neighborhood. I ain't gonna lie. I see that turkey wing wrapped up in that plastic. I'm getting that turkey wing all day long. How many of y'all got that turkey wing? Man, I got a ticket playing with that thing. I was eating that thing. I was slopping with that thing. That police stopped me. I was like, what do you want? I don't agree. I'm like, what? That man like, man, you ain't got no sense. I said, man, I'm trying to eat. What? I'm like, you serious? He like, I gotta give you a ticket. I was steady eating. I gotta eat this thing. That thing knew it was swinging. I don't know who made that turkey wing, where they get them turkey wing from, but y'all find me one. But anyway, I guess I'm just looking at how stuff changed, how we just been mesmerized, how these people use all these different forces against us. You know, they would tell you, people say it's power in the word. You know, you say you're just trying to make it. Because don't say that. Because words got power in them. And I said, I don't believe that stuff. But now you start playing words like church and sanctuary and Lord and God. These things got a lot of things that cause defects in us. Isn't that right? These people know what they're doing. Let's see. Hey, y'all got me the definition yet? Yeah. What you think I want? Let me get both of them. Let me get the one that pull us in.
Middle English, from Old French, sanctuary, from Latin, sanctuarium, from sanctus, holy, the early sense, a church or other sacred place where a fugitive was immune by the law, or from the medieval church. Definition, a place of refuge or safety.
What's that, etymology?
No, the etymology was from sanctus, holy, from Old French and Latin.
What's the definition?
A place of refuge or safety.
For some reason, I just don't feel like he's working with me. I know I hold it, but some kind of way I just feel like he's working against me. I had another definition. A who? It come from the time of Constantine. Another person that changed time, church, changed times and changed seasons on. That's what they account him for. Constantine changing times and different things. These people had you trying to come along, you will be, and that's the truth though. It does give you immunity from the law, because you're a sinner. Isn't that right? Any salvation, any equation of salvation attached to the law, you won't get it because you're outside of it. You're in the condemnation. See, white people set this stuff up and things will look like they're good and they're safe. For us, we're people, the law was our schoolmaster. That's what got us this far. That's how important it is for us to even have the law. People don't see the significance in it, but I do. I can prove out my stand every time. Yeah, I say both of them can stand. I believe that. I can teach it. Both of them can stand. Both of them can still exist. It still work. Both of them can still work, exist, and salvation still be permanent. I can prove all that out. I don't have to think about that. I know I can do that. I prove both of them standing, and both of them, and it can still exist, and still work for our salvation. Only Mr. Yahuwah could do that. They come along between the Hebrew Israelite church, between the Christian antics, both of them are off. Oh yeah, both of them off. It is, both of them, because both of them, there's a significance in both. And one thing, the other one, that outweigh and it doesn't cause the other one to dissipate, the other one to disappear. That's a detriment in their religion. But Mr. Yahuwah only let you see what he wants you to see. I don't see that because that's what I want, because I choose to see it. I only see that because that's what he let me see. And he just made me just dumb enough and skillful enough. I can walk through here and put a collar on. I walk through there and I can prove out my stand. Y'all hear me? And I know why he leave it. I like these books. That book don't bother me. That's a nice book. When I hear them read and I hear them come out and they indemnate Jesus, I say, y'all going on to heaven. Isn't that right? Y'all going straight on to heaven. It meant to do that. Why he choose to let us to see? And we keep the same book. He asked me to sit in one of them books we use. You got it. Go right down to your local drugstore and get it. They got me everywhere. Go break in a hotel. Pull it out. You used to get it. It don't make no difference. At the end of the day, if these people, listen, that just show you, it doesn't matter what these people do. When Mr. Yahuwah predestinated us for salvation, nothing can stop us. When he said for us to be saved, it's going to happen. The information preference salvation going to happen, but he's not going to take these books up. These people can forget it. This book is going to be one of the best sold books ever. They done came out with the Safari. That's the Safari. They got it spelled wrong anyway. That big old giant book. Heavy to death. And it's going to be just off the rest of them. But it's not finna out. That's fine. But they're not going to outsell that book. They're not going to outsell it. They don't want it. They're going to buy that light one right there. They're going to buy it. They're going to get that small little pamphlet with the, you don't even need all that stuff. All you need is Psalms and the New Testament. That's what Jesus told them. Paul done ran out with the book of Psalms. And he done ran with 14 other books. Man, you so far. That's the money he give you. Tell them to open it up, put a 4-leaf clover on there, and close that thing up in there. And the reason why they got that clover there, because they try to represent the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. That's why they got that clove up down. That's what the Irish believe. That's what they tell you. And then they tell you the luck of the Irish. Y'all don't even know what the Irish believe, do you? White people never tell you. What y'all think that clover stood for? It stands for the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. That's why they get a 3-leaf clover. You're not supposed to know that. You're not Irish. Why would you know that? White people don't let y'all in their world. Y'all be kissing their behind, and white people don't tell y'all this. It's stuff you ain't supposed to know. All these people, they let you know it ain't nothing but luck. Then they got luck. How you got the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, and you got the luck? How you ain't say you got luck? He done gave you cereal. He told you always have to be Lucky Charms. The man played with charms. The man believe in luck. This is what y'all don't know what a lot of these people believe, do you? Y'all start burning incense just like the other religion. A lot of the other people do. There's some Asian people burn religion. When they burn incense, them folk burn incense to their ancestors. Y'all be burning stuff. Niggas be the only folk be doing. We don't know what be going on. I used to have a 4-leaf clover. I used to have it in my body. They said put on the 23rd Psalm and close up. Said, and then the Lord he'll protect you. Man, I went through that yard. I found we had one of my friends. That nigga done got one and twisted the other one up together and plugged it off. He had one. Nigga cheated. Because we were told if you find a 4-leaf clover in your yard, that was lucky. So niggas just got it and twisted it up, got a note, and just plucked the leaf out. Got me one. It don't work anyway. So it didn't matter about them lying. We're out here looking for devil worshiping stuff anyway. That show you how bad people mind. And they teach you. How many of y'all used to get a 4-leaf clover, put in your Bible on it? I don't know what y'all. I was told 23rd Psalm. All I had was green stuff all in my Bible right there. That thing just dried up and brittled up. And you just keep this piece of grass. You might just get a marijuana stem and put it in there. But it's just how bad people have corrupted us. Okay, let's finish this up. Y'all looking for the other definition? Thank you. Listen. We still at Uyakra. They call Leviticus chapter 26. What verse we're at?
Continue to verse 3.
At verse 3. Listen.
If you walk in my statutes.
See that? If you walk in my who?
Statutes.
And what else?
And keep my commandments.
And keep my commandments.
And do them.
What happens?
Then I will give you rain in due season.
You see that? You say I'm a savior?
Then I will give you rain in due season.
See that? It will be things with show. So these will be symbolic in showing that they know how to walk. Let's see what you got. Pick me up at 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 at verse 1. 1 Thessalonians. Other brother gonna get me Acts of the Apostle. See that Acts of the Apostle chapter 14. I'm looking. See for 14. We'll see. My memory I got just. Oh, what? Give me a book of remembrance. Listen to the book.
Furthermore, then, we beseech you, our key, and exhort you by the Adonai Yahusha, that as ye have received of us,
What?
how ye ought to walk.
Which means we would have walked how? How? Circumspect? How we would have walked? How we would have walked? One man gave me circumspect. What did we say circumspect was? I'm willing to take risks. Who do we find took risks? I don't. He didn't walk circumspect. He wouldn't take a risk. Now he just told us furthermore, as you have received of us, how you ought to
Walk.
And to what is again?
To please Elohim.
So you would do what?
Abound more and more.
For what happened?
Ye know what commandments we gave you
How?
by the Adonai Yahusha.
That's how that worked out. Uyakra, 26, at verse 3. He just read 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 at verse 1. He told me Acts of the Apostles chapter 14, verse 14. Let's see how they work out. Listen to the book. This is Uyakra, they call Leviticus 26 and 3. Listen.
If you walk in my statutes.
Oh, if you do what?
Walk in my statutes.
Well, where am I going to get that from, Chris? How am I going to know how to do that? I'm going to have to receive that from somebody.
That's right.
Somebody going to have to teach me.
That's right.
If I do what now?
Walk in my statutes.
And do what?
Keep my commandments.
What happened?
And do them.
What happened?
Then I will give you rain in due season.
What happened?
And the land shall yield her increase.
That's amazing. You hear that? And the land should do what now?
Yield her increase.
See, she going to yield her increase, her abundance, her pari. Well, let's see again at 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 at verse 1. He got me Acts of the Apostles chapter 14 verse 4. 14 and 14. Acts of the Apostles. Listen, this is 1 Thessalonians 4 and 1. Listen to the book. See if it makes sense.
Furthermore then,
we
beseech you, our key, and exhort you by the Adonai Yahusha.
EXHORT.
Yes, sir.
Warn you by him that you do what?
As ye have received of us.
How, as we have received of who?
Us.
How?
Ye ought to walk.
So you can do what?
Please Elohim.
So you would do what?
Abound more and more.
How am I abound? How am I going to abound? Huh? I'll be taught. Well, we're going to look at what actually worked to do that. He said, if I walk in his statute and keep his commandments, he said that he's going to give me rain. And the rock's going to give me her increase. Well, Chauah just said, furthermore, as you received of us, how you ought to walk, which bear record, as the book told her, is written in the Nabaim, that they shall all be taught of Elohim, which means you're going to teach me the statute and the commandments so I know how to walk. He just told me to walk in it, but was I actually taught how to do it? So that's the purpose. He said, you don't receive of us. Right? The Malaki, his messengers, right? So they're going to teach me the commandments and the statutes so I know how to walk, so I can please Elohim. So he's going to give me the rain. The rain is what caused the land to give her increase. Well, he said, so you would abound more and more. Only way I understand abound more and more, then rain had to come into play. Had to be. How am I going to abound? Become more abundant. Water is also life-giving. Y'all don't believe that? Water is also life-giving. I don't know what they're doing. Let's say 1928. 1928, Yahukanan. Listen to the book.
After this, Yahusha.
Yahukanan, for those watching in or listening, however they listen, they'll call it John. John chapter 19, verse 28. Yahukanan, Yahuwah is gracious. That's the name. Yahuwah is gracious. 19 and 28. Listen.
After this, Yahusha, knowing that all things were now accomplished, that the scripture might be fulfilled.
That's all he's looking at, scripture. It got to be fulfilled. That's going to make sense. That's the only way things come, just like a baby. When the fullness of time comes, you know what Yahuwah did? Sent forth his son. That's how important time is to you. That's how important it is, your time. When time comes, the land give her increase. She'll deliver. Listen.
Saith, I thirst. Now there was set a vessel full of vinegar, and they filled a sponge with vinegar, and put it upon hyssop, and put it to his mouth. When Yahusha therefore had received the vinegar, he said, it is finished.
It is finished. Listen.
And he bowed his head and gave up the ruach.
So what happened?
The Yahudim, therefore, because it was the preparation
so what happened?
That the bodies should not remain upon the tooth on the Shabbat Yom.
Yeah.
For that Shabbat Yom was a Shabbatun.
That's right, a HaShabbat. What did they do?
Assault Pilate, that their legs might be broken.
So what happened?
And that they might be taken away.
Yeah.
Then came the soldiers and brake the legs of the first and of the other, which were crucified with him.
Tell them what happened.
But when they came to Yahusha
and saw that what?
That he was dead already.
What did they do?
They break not his leg.
Why didn't they break his leg? All right, he was the ball. He was the ball. He said he called them Elohim, to whom the Debar Elohim came. He said then the scripture could not be broken. Well, in Yehukanan, the first chapter, it told us that the Debar became flesh, which would be basar, and dwelt among us. That's how he made sure it couldn't be broken. He had to take the Debar and put it inside of flesh and blood, basar, so it couldn't be broken. Otherwise, they did the same thing to him they did to the other two crooks. They'd have broken. But Yahuwah, knowing, he just told us, he said it couldn't be broken. The Debar could not be broken. There was no way they were going to get him and break his leg. He said all that up just to show you how his Debar, his word, couldn't be broken.
That's right.
Huh? You can't break it. People break promises. People break a lot of stuff. But he had to do that willing more abundantly, showing to the heirs of promise. The immutability of his count, the unchanging.
Mm-hmm.
He knew that. It was no way they were going to break it. Not to mention your own law had told you that we were going to offer something. You couldn't have no curved skin, no crack, no broken back, none of that stuff.
That's right.
Couldn't have it. A broke leg. You couldn't do it. It's abomination.
That's right.
It's abomination. It couldn't happen. That was Yahuwah. When Yehukanan seen us and told him, behold, the Lamb of Elohim, which taketh away, there's no way in the world it could have got broke, if you believe the law. So if it wasn't for, hold on. No, we're all over the place. Oh. Thank you. All aha dabarim. They call it Deuteronomy 17:1. All aha dabarim. Dabarim 17:1. I've been talking and quoting, but I need to try to verify. I don't want y'all going out here saying something. Because, when I asked 10:35, Yehukanan, now I got to put all this up in because somebody ain't going to believe it, right? Yehukanan 1. Make it 1 and 1, then I'm going to jump down. Gotta play with this a little bit. All aha dabarim, and these are the words. They're called Deuteronomy 17:1, and these are the words. 17:1. Listen to the book.
Thou shalt not sacrifice unto Yahuwah thy Elohim any bullock or sheep wherein is blemish or any evil favoredness, for that is an abomination unto Yahuwah thy Elohim.
Thou shalt not do what now?
Sacrifice unto Yahuwah thy Elohim any bullock or sheep wherein is blemish or any evil favoredness, for that is an abomination unto Yahuwah thy Elohim.
See that? Couldn't do it. It's just abomination. You pick me up in your Ukanan 1 and 29. Other one get me 1 and 1, or the same person. I will work that. The other one get me 10:35. Your Ukanan, they'll call it John. That's your Ukanan 1:29, your Ukanan 1 and 1, and your Ukanan 10:35. 1:29, your Ukanan, 1 and 1, your Ukanan 10:35. Listen to the book.
In the beginning was the Debar.
In the beginning was the Debar. I said 1:29, but I'm still working. In the beginning was the Debar. This is 1 and 1, your Ukanan. In the beginning was the Word. And
The Debar was with Elohim.
see that the Debar was with.
Elohim.
That's how we know it was Elohim. It was plural. The Word is singular. Debar is singular. Dabarim is plural, like Elohim is. Listen.
And the Debar was Elohim.
See that? He just told us that the Debar was Elohim. He said, you know how we know how that worked out? He just told us that it was singular. It became double. Then he just told us double became single. That's what he just said. Did y'all catch that? He just told you that it was 1, and it was 2, and 2 was 1. You know who told y'all that? Adam. And you know how he did it? He declared it in the beginning. He told us it was going to happen. That's how we know he was in the bar. He said, for the 2 shall be 1. You know, a person walk around and say, me and my wife, one flesh, and there's 2 of them. But they won't believe Elohim, and the Son is 1. He only told they give you a premise concerning him.
That's right.
The whole book he told you. He said, you can search the scripture. You think you have eternal life. He said, I'm telling you, they're talking about me.
Yeah.
I don't know what the people doing. I just don't know what people doing. I don't know how you're going to get rid of the law and you're going to still come up with salvation. It ain't going to make sense. Not going to make sense. There's a lot of different things people doing for application for salvation, but it ain't going to work. So you got to pay attention. People want to try to avoid the fact of what he said, but he just told you. It was one and it was two, and then said the two was one. Listen.
The same was in the beginning with Elohim.
And it makes sense, because now what he told you when it was one, you don't have no writing record of it. You're going to have to tell you that. In your book, if you go back to the ancient, it's going to tell you what? Barashit, Bara, Elohim. It didn't never tell you All-I-E. All-I-E is singular. All-I-E, your book will tell you that. In their book, they translate, they'll write L. Shortenly, you know, there is no him. They'll singlify it for it. Make it singular. All-I-E. It's in your book. Everywhere you see in God in that book, it's not telling you no Elohim. It's telling you All-I-E. It'll tell you All-I-E new. He's telling you our All-I-E. But you need to know that. Everything got its time. Don't worry about it. It's not telling you every time you read it. It's not telling you no Elohim. He's not telling you no plural every time. He's telling you singular. He's telling you that was in the beginning, before your Barashit. Your Barashit tell you that it was two. Well, Yochanan told you it was one. Then it was two. The only way you can understand that, he had to show you Adam and Chauah. He did. He said, let us make Ish in our image, after our likeness, and let him have. Then it told you it made him, and it seemed like he made both of them at the same time. But he did not. He made the Ish. Then it said it wasn't good for him to be alone. Then he made the female, the woman. That's the only way you're going to believe it. I got to know it from a natural statement, understanding from a Ruach perspective. That's the way you know it. In the writing, it start out telling you like he made both of them at the same time. It does. Pick it up, 126, Barashit. That pill around. That's all I'm trying to tell the people. I know what I believe. Do you know what you believe? I know what I believe. And I said like Chauah said, I'm persuaded him to keep that which I got committed against that you.
That's right.
Barashit. Barashit 2 and 6. They call it Genesis. Greek. Ricola. That's Josh's favorite candy. Listen. Barashit 126. Genesis 126 they call it. Listen.
And Elohim said,
What did he say?
let us make Ish in our image,
In our image.
after our likeness,
And let him do what?
have dominion over the fish of the sea,
And you hear what he just said? Pay attention to what he said. Now, this people don't want to deal with. This is not a conversation of one person. This is a conversation between two people. People try to rationalize in their mind and try to make it something else. But that don't make sense. He's definitely not crazy. He said, let us. Us is not singular. Us is plural. Us is more than one. I'm not finna tell no lies to try to justify no false religion. Let us make who?
Ish,
One. In,
our image,
after,
our likeness,
and let
them have.
them. He talking about two people, talking about, or multiple people, talking about making one person, and then he talking about making multiple people. Making more than one person, because they said let them have. But he started off saying gonna make one. But he's saying let them have. What?
Dominion over the fish of the sea,
What else?
and over the fowl of the air,
And what else?
and over the cattle,
And over?
all the arats,
What else?
over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the arats.
So what happened?
Elohim created Ish in his own image. In the image of Elohim created he him.
Who?
Male and female created he them.
That's what I need to hear. He just made both of them at the same time. At 2 and 6, Barashit, they call Genesis. Listen to the book.
But there went up a mist from the arats, and watered the whole pani of the ground. And Elohim formed Ish of the dust of the ground,
Yeah.
and breathed into his nostrils the breath of Kai.
And what happened?
Ish became a Kai Nephash.
That's right. Became a living soul. What happened?
And Elohim planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the Ish whom he had formed. And out of the ground made Elohim to grow every ox that is pleasant to the sight, and ta'u for food.
That's good. Jump to verse 18. Let's say that 2 and 18. Listen.
And Elohim said, it is not ta'ub that the Ish should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him.
But see, when we read what they call Genesis 1:26-27, it taught they made both of them at the same time. We see one man been in the garden, one man been operating this whole time. One man had been operating in this garden the whole time in the garden. One man. One man named, arranged, and put. One man did this. One man been doing this. He just said it was not good for this Ish to be alone, this man. What are you going to do? So what you going to do for him?
I will make him an helpmeet for him.
And what you going to do?
And out of the ground Elohim formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them.
Him and Chauah?
Unto Adam.
Come on.
To see what he would call them.
And what happened?
Whatsoever Adam called every Kai creature,
What happened?
that was a Shem thereof.
That was the name thereof. What happened?
And Adam gave Shem to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him.
See that? When he told him he was going to make it, he said still hadn't came yet. Just like you were told about the Ben. We were looking for the Ben. They've been looking for him to come for a long time. It was spoken of. He said, let her make him. But after we heard that, he didn't go into creation to make it in Bara. He started still creating what he was setting up and what he was establishing. He was waiting for time. He was waiting for the fullness of time. Why didn't he make it tell us about it right then? He didn't. He just started telling you he kept creating, kept working. But we should have known a helpmeet was on the way. Same thing should happen for you. Huh? He said we're going to make him a helpmeet. Right? He going to give him what? Was it Azra? He going to give him an aid. Huh? I don't know what people do. I don't know. Y'all all right? Let's see. Listen.
And Elohim caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the basar instead thereof.
Closed it right back up instead of leaving it open. That's all he told you. He said, I could have left it open, but I closed it up. What happened?
And the rib which Elohim had taken from Ish,
What did he do?
made he a Ashah, and brought her unto the Ish.
Listen.
And Adam said, this is now
What is it?
bone of my bones,
What else?
and basar of my basar.
Listen.
She shall be called Ashah,
Listen what happened.
because she was taken out of Ish.
That's what she's going to be called. Listen what happened.
Therefore shall a Ish leave his Abba,
And?
his aim,
And do what?
shall cleave unto his Ashah,
Listen what happened.
and they shall be one basar.
That's what he just told him. That's what he just told him. They told him going right, and those two still going to be one. When he told them to let them have, they had the same operation. He just said when he made the Egypt, he said he going to let them have dominion over everything. When he looked at her, he said, she the same bone. So that's the same flesh. He said, we the same. Can you imagine that? I don't know. Pick him up at 517, your Ukanon. Your Ukanon, 517. Listen to the book.
But Yahusha answered them,
What did he say?
My Abba worketh hitherto.
You see that? My who?
Abba worketh hitherto,
And what you do?
and I work.
What happened?
Therefore the Yahudim sought the more to kill him,
Tell me why, son.
because he not only had broken the Shabbat, but said also that Elohim was his Abba,
Doing what?
making himself equal with Elohim.
Same thing cool. Had the same operation. She could rule too. She could be over. He just told her to let him have dominion over. That's what he just said. He just said, my Abba working here too. He said, I work. He just made himself equal too. He did tell you, as Chauah could have told you the same thing, he did tell you some limitation that he did have. When it came down to the day and the hour when he was coming back, he said, I need the Malachite know that. He said that to himself. He did let you know that, but he still told you he was equivalent to. But he did tell you some stuff that he couldn't do that he could do. Because the woman needed to know she ain't all the way where we at. They'll try to sneak past me. I know they'll try to sneak past me. You still going to have some limitation. When he looked at it, he looked at the same thing. She do the same work I do. Don't worry about it. 1 and 1, your Ukanan. Let's see what happened. Your Ukanan John, they call it. Saint John, they call it. 1 and 1. Listen to the book.
In the beginning was a Debar.
See that? In the beginning was the Word. Well, I'll tell you this. In the beginning was Adam. Tell me what happened.
And the Debar was with Elohim.
And Chauah was with him. And what happened?
And the Debar was Elohim.
Listen.
The same was in the beginning with Elohim.
See that? Listen what happened.
All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made.
Adam named everything. Adam put everything on purpose. He put everything on point for us. Listen.
In him was Kai.
See that? In him was Kai. And what happened?
And the Kai was the Aur of Anashim.
Listen.
And the Aur shined.
He was a, I think Chauah named life bearer. He was a life bearer. He gave life to her, and she in turn gave it to us. Just like he gave it unto the Son, and the Son gave it to us. Huh? She was a similitude of the Son. She had similar operation, and she came out. You don't believe where she came out from? From the Father.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, the first man. That would make Adam the Father.
That's right.
So in the beginning, who was with him? Nobody.
That's right. That's right.
He did that whole garden alone.
That's right.
Name all other creatures by himself.
That's right. That's
There was nobody with him.
Yes, sir.
I had to know it that way. That's why I don't believe him. So how did she come in? She was begotten of him. Mm-hmm. She came out. She could honestly say, I came out, proceeded out from the Father.
Yes, sir. That's right.
She could say that.
That's right.
So when Yahusha told me he proceeded out from the Father day, this is not hard for Tony Smith to understand.
That's right.
Simply because whatsoever things are written aforetime are written for our what? Right. That we through patient comfort of the Scripture, all I did was took my time. See, a lot of stuff people trying to comprehend. I don't know how you're trying to get it without the law. I just went through. I know when I was talking through what they call Genesis, you were getting thrown. They would say, "What is he doing?" It don't take that long. All I did was listen to what he told me you can on. Mm-hmm. I did the same thing he told me to do. I'll show you how I did that too. Listen, the plan is laid down. If you just stick with the plan, he done showed me how to walk. It don't make sense for me to try to make no other plan. Here, shoot me him. When I listen to what he said, all I got to do is go back and pick up and say, this ain't hard to put together. All I got to do is go back through the law. Did you understand that Adam was him and he did that whole garden by himself? So when Yahuwah told you he did this alone, how hard is that for you to understand? Named everything by himself. Nobody was with him. Adam said, there was nobody with me. He said, wasn't nobody with me. When he done told us that he proceeded out from the Abba, that's not hard to understand. We understand that Chauah came out from the Abba. When you do our Tuladat, our genealogy, it's going to take you back to Adam. That's going to make him the father. Chauah could safely say, I proceeded out from the Father. She can say that she's seen the Abba work. Pick me up at Barashit chapter 3. Three and 19. A lot of people don't know what they believe. A lot of people don't know what they believe. They just hoping it. They're just hoping it's right. If the book don't prove that, I wouldn't believe it. I don't have the intelligence to believe what I want to believe. That ain't in there. If this ain't the right book, give me the right book, and I'm gonna have to believe it like it said. That's the only way I'm gonna get the Ruach HaKodesh. I gotta believe on him as the Scripture hath said. Now he done told me he proceeded out from the Father. Now exactly how did you understand that? What time have you known that a man came out, that a person has came out from a man? I don't think a man issue out his seed. A woman bears. Huh? Y'all all right? People say, see, he be working in mysterious ways. This is all sin for us. This make no, all this stuff we've been saying make no sense. It makes no sense because the man said he don't do anything except he revealed it to us. I'm telling y'all, I'm showing you from Barashit, from what statements Yahushua made, how it makes sense. Otherwise, I'll be honest with you. What he have told us, it absolutely makes absolutely no sense. It don't make no sense how he done shot out from no man and wasn't no woman now. It don't make sense. You tell me you understood that? You understood him coming out from a man, and there was no woman there. Every birth you've seen and been attached to, who gave birth to it? A woman. Now this man done told me he done proceed out from a man. Now how you tell me you see, you just got an this is foolishness. He have told me something because you know he want me to do. He told me search the Scriptures. He done already told me what they do. Search the Scriptures. For in them you think you have eternal life, and they will testify of me. Let's be honest. Truth be told, we didn't understand how that worked. Him proceeding out from no father. You just took that what he said. That's what you said. That's what you believe. That's what you took. He told you, believe it or not, that I'm in Abba and Abba in me. That makes sense. Pick me up at Barashit chapter 1 and verse 12. All I'm trying to do is look at book. I'm not making this stuff up. I don't know what they're doing. One and 12. Listen to the book.
And the
Barashit Genesis, they call it. 1 and 12. Listen to the book.
And the Arads brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind.
See that? And what happened?
And the odds yielding pari.
Y'all see? And the tree yielding fruit. The tree yielding fruit. The tree yielded fruit. The tree yielded fruit. Tell me where.
Whose seed was in itself.
You said that Elohim put the seed in what woman? Adam's seed was already in him. That's why he could hide himself among the trees of the garden. His seed was in itself. So ask yourself who impregnated him. You tell me who impregnated a tree. You ever seen a tree get pregnant? I tell you the tree, seed is already in itself. In the book of Yucatan, the man tried to tell you, I see men, you ain't gonna believe what they look like, whose seed is in itself. I don't know what they're doing. So what did you think it was about? Because now you got to understand, how did the father wind up bearing and begin the son? How did he begin to bear Chauah? Who got him pregnant? He was an Ish. Guess where his seed was? He wasn't nothing but a tree. He wasn't nothing but a tree. That's how I understand it. I'm just curious. How do you guys, do y'all need me to put it down? Because I'm having problems today. I'm having problems. How exactly we been understanding this stuff? This just been making sense There's some man God done went around here and had a baby. This is why these people start trying to make stuff and make a joke out of it. Because you don't understand. But everything he told you, he's giving you a natural realization, something that you can actually know. When have you seen a tree get pregnant? Which means the tree seed is in itself. The Father told him he can do the same thing. Told him to do the same thing. Because the problem they're going to have is with nature. And they don't understand that. They think they know nature. Because they're not going to tell you how a tree get pregnant. They're not going to tell you because they don't know. Seed already in itself. They don't understand that. They don't understand it. You who don't try to tell it. That's why I told you to avoid opposition to science. And false is so-called. That's why they err. Because science will get them to such a discipline that they lose it. They'll lose it. They don't know what they're doing. You know they got a problem with a hyena? Because it's a female and it can bear some of the same male features. Yahusha did that. Man had an open womb. You know who had an open womb? A female. And still had all the workings of a male. That's when he let you see him. Already you see a hyena. Isn't that right? So you understand that. You see a female sitting right here with some of the same attributes as a male. I'm trying to tell you, welcome to seeing Chauah. 3:19. They probably should call a hyena Sarah. Because she just laughed. She laughed. Isn't that right? Can't believe it. How she can carry a marked penis, a marked yard, and still she can bear. Just have to laugh. Listen to the book.
In the sweat of thy pani shalt thou eat bread.
This is Bereshit 3:19. In the sweat of thy face shall thou eat
bread.
And what else going to happen?
Till thou return unto the Adumah.
Tell them why.
For out of it wast thou taken.
You hear that? Everything got to go back to where it started from. Adam came from Adamah. Yahusha came from Yahuwah. Now, Adam got to go back to Adamah. So that's where he came from. And he said that's where he got to go back to. Well, Yahusha told us he had to go back to the Abba.
Yeah.
He said, because that's where I came from. Why would he tell me a story about a man that had to go back to where he came from? You know, Abraham Yasakar, the Abba was taken to a place before the sons ever got there. Yeah. Before the son of promise ever had got there. He had already been there, place, had walked it alone. They measured it out. You can believe how? By himself. And he did it all by himself. You ain't believe what happened. Wasn't no other God with him. He said, wasn't nobody else with me either. By himself he walked it. The height, the breadth of it. That's spreading about. That's what Elohim told me he did. And that's hard for me to comprehend as a man because I'm not what they're going to call a celestial being. I'm terrestrial, they're going to call it, right? E.T. They got one long finger. What's all the special about that? Got a Hayward finger. Hayward got 4 of them things. He got one Hayward. All right, now we move on. Jeez. So, it's one of them things you can't actually understand it simply because as being basar, flesh. A lot of things, that's how we rationalize things. So a lot of things he's actually told us over the past we believe, we really hadn't had an understanding. We just said, we'll take that. So you got to see it from a natural perspective in order to grasp the concept. And the Elohim we serve, which I'm appreciative of, he did good that he left us some witnesses. He did good. Because, I mean, I've been a man. There's a lot of, that's why so many different, that's why you keep seeing every time another one going up. Because somebody sees something else. Somebody else got something else going. Somebody thinking something else. There's so much going on. And everybody thinks that versus, let's just stick with the plan. He laid it out for us enough to where you can see it. Did y'all get to understand when we're going through Bereshit? Let's see what he said. Let's see what happened. I'm going to finish this 3rd chapter. 3, what we at 3 and 20, 3 and 21?
19.
3 and 19. Listen.
For dust thou art.
See that? For Adumah thou art.
and unto dust shalt thou return.
That makes sense. You're cold. Y'all Sakar. Everybody want to go back to what Abraham was. Everybody was about, even when Yahushua had died, he told him he gave them commandment doing. Same thing when Yahushua would have told him. He had to go here to take them bones back. People didn't realize why he had to get up, and he had to get up and he had to be flesh and blood. It had to be flesh without blood. Because they had to do like Yahushua. The whole book was like, he had to take it back. He had to take them bones back. He left strict commandments. Yahushua left strict commandments to him. So what did y'all think he was doing when he got up? And the man was still flesh. Yahushua gave commandments when he was in Mitzrayim that he needed them to carry his bones back. I don't know what I'm going to do. Y'all all right? Wouldn't it make sense? Wouldn't it make sense that he would follow the same pattern display? Then when he had got up, that's what he gave commandment after his death. That they need to carry his bones back. So it only made sense for them to take them back, didn't it? That's how important that they'll miss that. They'll be wrestling around trying to figure out all kind of stuff they have. Talking about he wasn't, the man was a spirit, don't make sense. Yahushua wasn't no spirit, they brought him out. They brought bones out. He gave them strict order to take his bones back. He did not want them to leave his bones down. Why do you think he took them with him? So what were y'all reason why y'all think he took them with him? You see how important it is now, how we've been New Testament creatures before, reading stuff, and none of this had been any importance to us before. But our Lord clearly told us what order he gave them. He said, surely Yahuwah was going to deliver. He gave strict commandment that we were supposed to take his bones back. All right, don't worry about it. It ain't important. None of that got nothing to do with your salvation. As long as you love him. But that's why he said, furthermore, as you receive of us, how you ought to walk. And to please Elohim. That's why you're going to get your rain. Your mem. Your mem is water. Semen. You know what semen got in it? Blood. And water. It's in semen. Mem. Listen.
And Adam called his Ashaz Shem Chauah.
He called her name Chauah. Why?
Because she was the aim of all Kai.
Listen now. See that? That she was the living. She was going to be the mother of all flesh. Can you imagine that? Man, her name, his wife, this man Nabal. He wasn't Nabur. He's knobbing right now. Tell him what's going to happen. Had nobody got him just said it. Well, he done named her already. He can already foresee that everybody going to come through by her. Y'all all right? Can you imagine that Abba done set up a way that everybody going to come in through her? That would be Adam, the father, have already seen to set up a way that everybody was going to come in by her. And can you believe that Elohim already foreseeing that everybody was going to come in by him? Listen what else happened.
Unto Adam also, and to his Ashar,
What did he do?
did Elohim make coats of skins and clothe them.
Listen.
And Elohim said,
What did he say?
behold,
The what?
Ish is become as one of us,
Yeah.
to know Taub and Rasha, and now, lest he put forth his hand, and take also of the ots of life, and eat, and live forever.
That's amazing. So what happened?
Therefore Elohim sent him forth from the Garden of Eden
And who else?
to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the Ish, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims and a flaming sword, which turned every way to keep the way of the ots of Kai.
That's good. So if the man knew, what you think was going to happen if he knew? He had become, and he know the difference between good and evil. What you think going to happen? 1 Corinthians chapter 14. 1 Corinthians chapter 14. Verse 28. Thank you, Mr. Chauah. I do. Listen.
But if there be no interpreter,
At verse 20, yeah, if there be no interpreter.
let him keep silent in the congregation,
Why?
and let him speak to himself
Yeah.
and to Elohim.
Why?
Let the Nabaim speak 2 or
Let,
3,
you hear that? Let the Nabaim speak 2 or 3.
and let the other judge. If anything be revealed to another that sitteth by, let the first hold his shalom.
You hear that? If anything be revealed unto one, to the first? Is that what it said?
If anything be revealed to the other,
Yeah.
another that sitteth by,
Do what?
let the first hold his shalom.
And do what?
For ye may all nobble one by one,
But what happened?
that all may learn and all may be comforted.
Yeah.
And the ruach of the Nabaim are subject to the Nabaim.
See that? They subject. They got to do that. That's how it works. They got to order. That's how it works. Listen,
For Elohim is
I
not
guarantee you couldn't try to find, I done trying to out-talk Yahusha.
right.
He wouldn't dare do it. Keep his mouth closed. They got to be subject to him. There are laws. These laws cannot be broken. Y'all know that? And this thing that came on the scene, let me tell you something. They had to be quiet.
Yes, sir.
Something that been revealed to us. The first had to hold their closed. They had to keep their mouth closed. Something been
Yes, sir.
revealed to us. That's the law. That's the discipline of it. Don't worry about it. We'll get to that. Listen.
For Elohim is not the author of confusion
But a what?
of shalom,
And where?
as in all the congregation
Which
of
will
the
be all the
Kodash.
Adah in the fold. Listen.
Let your Nashim keep silent in the Adah,
But what
for
happened?
it is not permitted unto them to speak.
It's not what now?
Permitted unto them to speak.
It's not permitted for what?
Unto them to speak.
What's supposed to happen?
But they are commanded to be under obedience,
As also,
saith the law.
see that? The law told them to do that. And tell them what's going to happen.
And if they will learn anything,
And if they would do what?
learn anything,
If they would do what?
learn anything,
Tell them what's going to happen.
let them ask their husbands at home.
What you think was going to happen? If the man just became as him, and the man done learn good and evil, what you think going to happen with his wife? She asked her husband, he going to wind up teaching it to her. She already done told you what he taught her. He already done told her don't touch the tree. Y'all all right? So it makes sense to put both of them out. Get them out. He's going to teach it to her. What you think was going to happen? Abba taught the son. He taught his wife. He said that the Abba was the husband. That would make him the feminine. That would make him act in the feminine. If the Abba is the husbandman, that'll make him act as the feminine. Y'all all right? Let me say. 8:26, your Ukanine. I think it's 12. Let me see, 12. 12:49 to your Ukanine. $8.26, your Ukanine. And your Ukanine 12:47. 8:26 and 12:47. Both your Ukanine, they'll call it John. Yahuwah is gracious. Listen to the book.
I have many things to say and to shafet of you, but he that sent me is a mot, and I speak to the Aras those things which I have heard of him.
So what you think gonna happen? You know what she did? Y'all hear what she did? She speak to the Aras what she heard of him. Let's see what happened. 3 and 1, Barashit. Barashit, chapter 3, verse 1. Let's hear what he said. Listen to the book.
Now the Nakash was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahuwah Elohim had made.
What happened?
And he said unto the Ashah,
What did he say?
Yea, hath Elohim said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden.
Adam told you ain't supposed to eat of every tree in the garden. Every ox of the garden. Adam told you that. What happened?
And the Ashah said unto the Akash,
What'd she say?
We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden.
Where'd she get that from? She just said we can't eat of the trees of the fruit of the garden. What happened?
But of the fruit of the tree
Which
which is in
is
the
what?
midst of the garden,
That's the same thing we heard that Elohim told Adam. She's telling us the same thing she done heard of him. What did he say about the one in the midst of the garden?
Elohim hath said,
What happened?
Ye shall not eat of it,
We should do what now?
not eat of it,
And what else?
neither shall ye touch it,
Lest?
ye die.
I'm trying to tell you. I understand this conversation at 8:26. Your Ukanon 8:26. See if it makes sense. Listen to the book.
I have many things to say and to shafet of you, but he that sent me is a mot.
And
I speak to the Aras those things which I have heard of him.
what you just found out about Rashid? What did she just say here and say? I look like I'm feeling a message coming on. Anna. I just dropped by the garden today to tell you, serpent. She just said the one that sent her, the one that brought her out, is true. She just said that Adam the truth. Man, walk around butt naked. She said that's the truth right there. Don't need no clothes on.
That's right.
And the man the truth.
That's right.
The one that brought her forth, she tell you the man the truth. Huh? And then we just learned that she can make judgment. Because he just said he had many things to judge. Folks didn't know she could have judgment. He just said let them be over. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the people doing. What we got going on? We have women that rule.
That's right.
She just said she can judge too. That's how I understand the son can judge. Listen. You Ukanon 8:26?
I have many things to say and to shafet of you, but he that sent me is a mot.
Yeah.
And I speak to the Aras those things which I have heard of him.
See that? All she was saying the same thing she heard. Listen.
They understood not that he spake to them of the Abba.
See that? Serpent didn't understand she was talking about Adam. Right. Y'all all right? Adam was the father.
That's right.
If he just said, let us make him after our likeness and let him have, and after our fashion him like us, why wouldn't she think that he was Adam? I mean, why wouldn't she think he was Elohim or Elohim? Why wouldn't she think that? Man, look just like him. He can do the same things he do. So when he told her something, she could safely say he was Elohim or Elohim. Well, Elohim, because then he would have been plural. He'd have been both, Ruach and flesh, Basar. Why wouldn't she say that? Why wouldn't she say that? Y'all all right? I don't know. See that Olive Cup 3 and 6 right quick. They're going to call it 1 Peter. Aleph, Kaf. First Peter, they'll call it chapter 3 and verse 6. Listen to the book.
Even as Sarah.
Even as who?
As Sarah.
Even as who?
Sarah.
Did what?
Obeyed Abraham.
You said did what now?
Obeyed Abraham.
What did she do?
Calling him Adonai.
That ain't nothing new. Her calling him Elohim, that ain't nothing new. Sarah came along, she called him Adonai. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Why wouldn't he be a master? I don't know what's
That's
going on.
right.
I don't know what they're looking at. I mean, Chauah did the same thing in the garden.
That's right. That's right.
The same thing in the garden. You know what I'm talking about? They're going to learn the thing how to get it from us.
That's right.
I said about after his likeness. Y'all all right? All right. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to do. When the Malachi came down and spoke to, they came and spoke to Abraham, you ain't going to believe what Sarah was.
In tent.
What was she at?
In tent.
In the tent. What did she do?
Laugh.
When did she laugh? What was going on?
He told her she was gonna have a baby.
He was telling Abraham.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody talking to her. He was talking to Abraham.
That's right. That's right.
She laughed when she heard it. She must have been there cooking.
That's
Men
right.
talking.
That's right.
Men talking.
That's right.
I don't wait for her to get this stuff. She just squat up her seat and just sat down right now. What y'all niggas talking about?
That's right.
That's right. That's just being honest. Folks don't like it.
They don't like
They
it.
don't like it with the truth, though.
That's right.
That's 613, they call it.
Yes, sir.
That's that truth. Ain't that right? Just being honest. Anything you gonna learn, you gotta get it. He'll tell you later. Y'all all right?
That's right.
I don't know what we're gonna do. Come on back to what I had you hold on. Jump up and give me the 12th chapter of the book of 12th chapter of the book of Yeuchanan, 1247. Yeuchanan, they call it John 1247. I still got feeling this Yeuchanan chapter 1, don't I? We ain't getting nowhere through that. We done jumped and went so many places. We ain't finished up 26. Uyakra. Try to get y'all through so y'all be no hurricane victim. I serve the man that control the wind and the water.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's right, that's why I serve him. What amount of man it did.
Yes, sir.
Even the wind and the waves obey.
Oh, bang. That's right.
That's why I serve him.
Yes,
that's
sir.
why I serve him.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that right? I ain't stupid either. I know to get out of here before TV coming. I guarantee I would have been sitting down that time. I'm waiting till I'm going to rough it out. Get my black behind out of there. I'm like, listen, I'm just like, listen, I'm like Chauah. I don't know what folks, we're not stupid. Sirs, you should have listened to me. And you should not have loosed. He told them good. He didn't say that. He said, listen, a Malaki from Shamaim came unto me, whose servant I'm also of Yahuwah. He said, he told me, we in trouble. Said, listen, we finna lose all this stuff, we'll have no loss of life. He told him, he tried to tell him, listen, the cloud, we don't need to loose from him. But they done it anyway. We ain't stupid. They had to take him a prison to go there. He wasn't going, man, we not stupid. I don't know what these folks thinking about. You sir, y'all, you supposed to be able to sit it well. I'm not stupid. I'll roll up out of him. Y'all hear me? I'll catch it later. If I get mad, mine don't flood, I'm going to stick a water hose through the one and cut it on. Take off again, I come as a flood. Hey, man, but nobody else in your neighborhood said, listen, man, the man working mysterious ways. I gave him, that ain't all you want. This ain't none outside. Listen, I ain't no weatherman. Ain't that what? I done had a water hose in my house when they said we're supposed to come in the morning. I stuck mine up last week. Soon as it started raining, I had insurance coming over there. Y'all need to come on now. Man, here's that guy here early. They must have been one of them talking. You know, they bounce over. They bounce like one time we were going to have missed the white. It missed you. It comes over here and just going here. So they probably missed everybody in my neighborhood and just hit my house. Y'all all right? Y'all all right? Some of y'all look like some people try to weather it out. If I find any of y'all, listen, we had a guy here, you stay here, you just left your membership. I'm not counting that off. You're not bright enough to be with us. I'm not taking no dummies. Listen, this all man-made stuff. I'm not trying to hold on no house. No electricity, can't flush no toilet. I'm out to piss. As soon as I think about something cut off, then I got to piss. When we get ready to do kafar, when that thing hit complete, and when you can't do it like this and try to see some sun way over there and know you done, my throat gonna get dry. And then I'm gonna start getting hungry. Then I'm gonna I'm gonna die. I just gotta go right quick and just get something. It happen like that. Y'all all right? I don't mess around with man, please. I'm getting out of here. First time, nil warning, I'm out of here. I'm telling you, stay here you want to, you be good. You just ain't no member. Tell me I made it, yep. Straight to hell. You might well go to that town, they got a city somewhere up there, is it North Carolina, called Hell. Oh yeah, they got a city called Hell. Now they have no righteous people. They tell none of that. Homosexual, everything. Which makes sense is hell. See one of them joke around, so where you finna go? They headed to hell. Man, you said, that's literally and figuratively. What wrong? Man, North Carolina got some places. Cape Fear. I'm not moving nowhere called Fear. Devil's Hill. Hell's Creek. I'm not moving no stuff like that. Demon Boulevard. I'm not about no house. I don't care what it going. I don't want to stay on that street. Man, that mailman pulled just started stabbing my mailbox. I'm not going to stay in that neighborhood. I don't want nothing to do with them. How you raise kids in them cities? I look at them places, I'm like, teared up. That is scary. White people, they like to play with stuff. Devils, what you thinking about? You think this a game? I don't know what these folks think. That's crazy. All right, come on, finish up. This 12:47, your Ukanon, so I can get through and try to wrap y'all up here in a minute. Your Ukanon, they call John 12:47. Listen to the book.
And if any each hear my dabarim
What happened?
and believe not,
What happened?
I shafet him not.
He said, I judge him not. What happened?
For I came not to shafet the arats,
See that? I came not to shop at the Iraq, but to what?
save the arats.
See that? I came to save it. Listen what happened.
He that rejecteth me and receiveth not my dabarim
Do it what?
hath one that judgeth him.
See that? Y'all don't believe that, do you? You do know she tried to tell that in the fire what they ain't supposed to do. When Yahushua came, that's what he did. He came and judged them. Yahuwah came down and judged the serpent. That's when he came back, that's what he did. He judged them. He just told you. Chauah didn't judge him. Chauah never did judge him. She just sat there and told him. She told him exactly what Elohim told her. And he didn't believe it. She said she wasn't going to judge him. She says another one going to judge you. They missed that too, didn't they? Did she lie in 3 and 1 when she told him? The devil said, he ain't going to die. He not going to shoot. And when he came back, that's why he paid judgment on him. That's what he would come back to do. Exactly, what was y'all thinking? So what happened? After they told him, what wound up happening? He came back and he wound up judging them. Adam did not pass no sentence on them. He did Chauah. Yahuwah came back and he passed sentence on everybody. So anybody that hear it and you don't keep it, say, I'm not going to shout at you. There's another one coming. Yeah. Isn't that right? Let's see what happened.
The debar that I have spoken, the same shall shafet him in the last yom.
You hear that? The debar, not the dabarim. That puts you back to 1. Because the 2 going to be 1. Yeah. The 2 going to be 1. Listen.
For I have not spoken of myself.
What happened? See that? Chauah was telling, what did she tell about herself? Did she tell how she was made in the image of? After likeness? Did she tell about she had? She said she didn't speak of herself. What happened?
But the Abba which sent me,
See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. What happened?
he gave me a commandment.
Or what?
I should say
and
what I should speak.
I try to tell you what you're going to do. You're going to teach them. I don't know what they're doing. I do that for a living. That's some other stuff I do part-time. That was it. Gave a commandment. What you're supposed to say and what you're supposed to do. Y'all all right? I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with y'all. Listen, we can find them from either one of them. From Adam, Chauah, it don't make no difference. I can find them any way it goes. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're going to do. Pick me up at 1 and 1. Your Ukanon, so I try to get finished. Then I had Acts of the Apostles, 14. Then I did all kind of stuff. We've been some places. But then when you be hearing stuff, you be reading, you're like, you can't just ignore this stuff, can you? Listen.
In the beginning was the debar.
Just like you understand that from Adam, right? You understand that from Adam, right? Okay. That was beginning of Yamin for him when he jumped on the scene. So in the beginning was Adam. We'll use that because that's similar to help you understand what he's telling you. In the beginning, it was just Alai. Listen.
And the debar was with Elohim. And the debar
Chauah was with Adam. What happened?
And the debar was Elohim.
And Chauah was Adam. Because she came out from him. Listen.
The same was in the beginning with Elohim.
Listen what happened.
All things were made by him.
See that? And?
Without him was not anything made that was made.
Not one animal was named without him. That's how we understood it. Elohim created him, Bara. But he gave him the name him. So we'll use that similar to not one of them was named without him. Not one of them was named without him. He said, I'm going to name these. You get the first 5, I'm going to get the next. No, I'm going to name all of them. So people can understand that. If he brought everything there for him to name him, everyone, and whatever he called, that's what it was. That shows you his connection with everything working, so we understood how he did it. I let this one do all this. So you understand when I tell you what I did, you got a similitude. Huh? Then after a while, you know what I did? Then I made it some help. Y'all know that? Can you imagine what he did? He created all this. Then he brought in what we call the sun, the shamash, the bin. We call it shamash because he still gave us light. The bin for sun, shamash for sun. Got it? Can you imagine that? When he brought it in, this stuff was already here. Adam went into the gun, put all this stuff together, help arrange, put all this stuff together. Got it? Took all these animals and then named them. Mm-hmm. And then he brought her in.
That's right. That's right.
Can we understand this? 126 again by Rashid. Other one, you're going to pick me up at Abba 1 and 1. Abba, they call it Hebrews. Abba. We'll play with it a little. Barashit 126. Oh, got me Abarim, they call it Hebrews. Chapter 1, verse 1 ain't what I want, but I'll work it out some kind of way with the help of Mr. Yahuwah. Listen to the book.
And Elohim said, let us make each in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the arats, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the arats.
Y'all see that? And what happened?
So Elohim created Ish in his own image.
Yes.
In the image of Elohim created he him.
In the image of who?
Elohim created he him.
In the image of who?
Elohim
created who?
He him.
Male.
And female created he them.
That's all I need to know. 1 and 1. Abarim. Abarim 1 and 1. Listen to the book.
Elohim, who at sundry times.
Look at that? At different times.
And in diverse manners.
See that? In different ways. What did he do?
Spake in time past unto the Abba.
By the who?
Nabai.
See that? That's how he spoke to him. By the Nabai. See that? At different times, in different ways, that's how he spake to the Abbas, by the Nabai. And what had?
In these last Yamin.
See that? Has in these last Yamin.
Spoken unto us.
How?
By his being.
See that? He spoken to us by his being. What happened?
Whom he hath appointed heir of all things.
See that? Whom he appointed heir over all things. What happened?
By whom also he made the Arats.
See that? By also whom he made the Arats. What happened?
Who being the brightness of his kabul.
See that? Who being Adam? Who being the brightness?
Of his kabul.
And?
The express image of his person.
That's why she could safely say that Adam had told her. They the same. They look the same person.
That's right.
That's how she's seen it. Same person. Listen what has happened.
And upholding all things by the debar of his power.
See that? Everything he said, it stood. Upholding all things by the debar of his power. Listen what happened.
When he had by himself.
By himself did what?
Purged our sins.
See that? By himself purged our sin. What happened?
Sat down on the right hand of the majesty on high.
What happened?
Being made so much better than the Malachi.
Pay attention. Being made what was again?
So much better than the Malachi.
What happened?
As he hath by inheritance obtained a more excellent name than they.
Pay attention. Listen.
For unto which of the Malachi said he at any time?
What did he say?
Thou art my being.
Yeah.
This yum have I begotten thee.
Well, you kind of look at that now. You're going to look at the animal. Not one of them. Not one of them. Because you know he took Adam and he formed them from the ground too.
That's right.
He also formed all the animals from the ground.
That's right.
He also formed them, but not one of them he called him his son.
That's right.
Not one of them. Not one. He got living creatures too up now.
Yes, sir.
He said not one of them he called his son.
That's right.
Not one of them he called his Ben. Listen.
And again, I will be to him a Abba,
and
he shall be to me a Ben.
See that? Listen.
And again, when he bringeth in the first begotten into the Arats.
You ain't going to pay attention to that. when he brought Chauah into the arise. This is what he told him.
He saith,
Do what?
and let all the Malachim
And let all of the creatures do what?
of Elohim worship him.
They had to give it to him.
Yes, sir.
They had to get obvious to him. And to him too. They were after his likeness. They were going to have to do it. They were going to have to do it. Everybody, he was over them. You understand when they came to see him, what they meant to him? What you think they had to do when they came to see him? You go out to worship him. What else you going to do? The man, he done forced everybody to come and see him. What you think going to have to happen? Everybody come and see him? You got to acknowledge. That's tight. They don't say it like that, do they? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine everybody here had to worship this man, had to get obedience to this man? He was the firstborn. I don't know. I don't get it. So what y'all think was going on when they seen him? Everybody just do what they want to do? This is the first one that he put him. What you think had to happen? We had to understand that similitude to understand this. See, without hearing this, we won't have an understanding of what happened now. Y'all all right? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I guess it's just hard to see a man, and I guess that's what happened. That's part of the detriment of slavery. Because a lot of times we don't understand the authority we actually have. We don't understand the power we actually have. Because white people cripple us, they kind of convinced us out of it. We kind of bought into and succumbed to a psyche that they gave us, and we just didn't see ourselves as being a strong people. We never seen ourselves as a ruling part or a ruling people like that. Can you imagine that all the animals had to worship you? Can you imagine everything got to work and acknowledge you? Everything got to acknowledge you. Animals that you run from now you're afraid of would have came and they'd have been subject to him. Can you imagine that? Everything. If a bird came here right now and just flew like this, these scissors would hit this floor and rip this pew up, flipping it. Not that dumb and Chauah. They couldn't be coming nothing but to worship. What else could they be coming to do? Yochanan, chapter 3, at verse 21. I guess that's hard for us to imagine. That's what happened. That's the detriment of Christianity. Because they don't ever want you to see stuff like that. Let me see something. I talk too long. Too many points. Three and 20. Yochanan they call John. Listen to the book.
For every one that doeth rasha hateth the hour.
Everyone that doeth evil
Hateth the hour.
They hate the light. Neither
Cometh to the hour.
That's what we found about Chauah, and we found about Adam. That's why they wouldn't come. They heard him coming. That's why they wouldn't come. We learned why they wouldn't come, because they hate him. That's what we learned, just like you do. When you do other things, because you hate him. Listen.
Lest his deeds should be reproved.
That they're what?
Lest his deeds should be reproved.
That they're what?
But he that doeth amat cometh to the hour,
Yeah.
that his deeds may be made manifest,
Yeah.
that they are wrought in Elohim.
That's the same thing that EU told us. He said he was going to call and he was going to answer. Ain't that right? That's what he tried to let us know. He going to be able to show his deeds. Listen.
After these things
What happened?
came Yahusha and his Methodist into the land of Yehuda, and there he tarried with them and immersed.
Listen.
And Yochanan was immersed in Aenon near Salim, because there was much Ma'im there, and they came and were immersed.
What happened?
For Yochanan was not yet cast into prison.
What happened?
Then there arose a question between some of Yahochanan's Methodists and the Yahudim about purifying.
What happened?
And they came unto Yahuchanan and said unto him, Murai, he that was with thee beyond Jordan,
What happened?
to whom thou bearest witness,
Listen.
behold, the same immersed and all Anashim come to him.
They got to come see him. Isn't that right? He bear witness of him. And the man fell on the scene and said, everybody got to come to him. You do know our witness we got from Adam didn't come from him. Y'all do know, y'all never heard Adam talk. Other than he told y'all about it as far as the situation with the wife and the husband. He never told y'all any of that stuff. You don't have a conversation from him. Other than him telling you what the woman did. And other than him telling you about he heard her voice. Y'all all right? Somebody had to bear record to him. You do know why this would happen, right? This ain't your law. You got to let another ish praise you and not your own lips. He'd have never told you that. He never told you he could fly, he could walk on water. He never told you that he knew more than Daniel. It was better that somebody else told you that. He was wise, real wise. You know how wise you got to be? To come in and construct and put something up that ain't never been up before? That's a pretty wise man. He ain't had no secret, he couldn't understand it. The man was real wise. You just didn't know it. That stuff I guess it ain't for us to just think about, huh? Man was real smart. Same one they bear record to, all those creatures had to come to him. Everybody had to come see him. Y'all all right? So you start reading about Yahusha and you see all the different events that we kind of come up with and we see. You got to be able to reference this back to see exactly where you've seen similar situations happening. But it's just something you just believing for now. What's other things are written for a time, written for our learning, that we through patience might that's what my hope at. Huh? He told me he that believeth on him should not be put to shame. He's not going to shame me. That's why I believe on him. He said whoever believes in him, he's not going to put us to shame. So he had to leave us some strong consolation. Give us something that we can identify with, something we could believe, something we can hold on to, right? Although we believe in some things that seem almost intangible, he gave us some tangible things as well. Let's see what happens. Finish that one. I had him at 1 and 1. He was finishing that up 1 and 1. I had him at 129, Yehukanan, so I can get that cleared up. Then I had Acts of the Apostle 14:14. I got to clean all this stuff off the table because we went to 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 1. We kind of did some moving and traveling. We still got Yehukanan. Yakra 26. I think we left out 26 and 3. Try to pick it up. When my memory get better, I'm going to be better. Listen to the book.
Yukonon 1.
And 1.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
In the beginning was the Debar.
And?
The Debar was with Elohim.
See that we understand that because Chauah was Adam. And what happened?
And the Debar was Elohim.
See that? And the Debar was Elohim. Listen.
The same was in the beginning with Elohim.
Listen.
All things were made by him.
And?
Without him was not anything made that was made.
Y'all got a little better understanding about that now when you hear it? You got something you can kind of see to compare. That's all you comparing. Listen.
In him was Kai.
And?
The Kai was the Aur of Anashim.
Listen.
And the Aur shineth in Kashah.
And what happened?
And the Kashah comprehended it not.
Just like they ain't understand what I tried to tell them about the Abba and the Son and the bed. You can't understand this light. Daughters ain't going to never catch this.
That's right.
That's what he tried to show you. No more of those people can understand. Daughter could comprehend light when they fell on the scene. He's no more of these people going to understand what you're trying to tell them about me and the Son. He said they're not going to get it. Because some stuff people don't want. Because when you're doing evil, you hate the light. And you don't want to come to the light. Listen.
There was a Ish sent from Elohim, whose name was Yochanan.
Yeah.
The same came for a witness to bear witness of the Aur.
Yeah.
That all Anashim through him might believe. Mm-hmm. He was not that Aur, but he sent but
we should have been looking for a man that was sent from Yahuwah. That came with similar fashion. That people would mistake for the Son. Like Adam, you would mistake him for Yahusha. And he was only sent to bear record of it. Adam actually bear record to him. what we're going to do. What we're going to do, people. Are y'all conscious? All right, listen.
But was sent to bear witness of that Ahura.
Yeah.
That was the Amat Ahura, which lighteth every ish that cometh into the Arats.
Yeah.
He was in the Arats.
And?
The Arats was made by him.
And what happened?
And the Arats knew him not.
See that? Listen.
He came unto his own.
And
his own received him not.
But
as many as received him,
then what happened?
to them gave he power to become the Bani of Elohim.
You see what he did? He was in the Arats, and the Arats knew him not. And he didn't believe what he did. He came to his own. You know when Yahushua was coming in the garden, you know who he was coming to? He was coming to his own. But they didn't receive him. Same way we did with Yahushua when he tried to come to us. As Yeshayahu told in the 53rd chapter, you didn't believe what he told, we did. He said, and we hid as it was our face from him. Just like Adam and Chauah. He's seen that behavior before. Can you believe that Yahuwah was coming down to Adam and Chauah because they were just like him? So if Yahushua were coming to us, what would that tell us we were? Pick me up at 2 Corinthians 5:1. I'm sorry. Aleph, Yeukanon. 1 John, they'll call it. Erase that off your psyche. Aleph, Yeukanon. Three and 1. Aleph, Yeukanon. They'll call it 1 John 3 and 1. Aleph, Yeukanon. 1 John 3 and 1. Listen to the book.
Behold, what manner of Ahab the Abba hath bestowed upon us.
Y'all hear that? What manner of love the Abba hath bestowed upon who?
Us.
Me?
Us.
Myself?
Upon us.
I?
Us.
That we?
Should be called the Beni of Elohim.
Therefore?
The Araz knoweth us not.
Why?
Because it knew him not.
Listen.
Beloved, now are we the Beni of Elohim.
See that? We ain't had to eat the tree. They ain't had to do that. Listen.
And it doth not yet appear what we shall be.
That's what they messed up at. They couldn't wait for him to get back to see they were already like him. See, they were doing this question, what statement he making is the same thing they've been looking at. What manner of love is this that he done bestowed upon us that we should be called the Beni, the sons of Elohim? Therefore, the world knoweth us not, because it know him not. Beloved, now are we the Beni of Elohim, and it doth not yet appear
What we shall be.
But we know
that when he shall appear,
we shall do what?
Be like him.
We shall hide ourselves among the midst of the trees of the garden.
We shall be like him.
Tell them why, son.
For we shall see him as he is.
They messed up. By the time he got back, they were looking like the other people. They were looking like trees. See, this came in for our comprehension. What statement would this make unless you understood what happened in God? When he came, they went and didn't realize if you'd have waited, you'd have saw. I look just like him. I already got my estate. We couldn't wait, just like people can't wait for the appearance now. So now the only reason we get that because what sort of things are written for a time, written for our, that we through patience, comfort of the scripture, that way I'm going, I commit no sin. They committed sin before they could get back. The way they got back, they would have been without sin. They would have been without sin and they would have waited. He would have appeared, they would have been just like it. They would have been without sin. That's what Yaakov told us. He don't tempt no man with sin. You know why? Because he can't be tempted with it. So he wouldn't use it. Had they waited, it would have been just like him. Without sin. And every man that have this
hope in him
purify who?
Himself.
Even as who?
He is pure.
That's how we do it. That's what we're doing. That's how we purify ourselves. That's same. We learned that from immersion. Purifying. That's what the discussion was when they saw Yuchanan about him. It was about purifying. About purifying. Well, everybody that got their hope in him that believe the scripture, just like it said, you don't believe what happened. He purify himself just like he is pure. When he appear, we're going to see him. We're going to be just like him. Y'all all right? Come on back to your Yuchanan so I can get through. I'm gonna let y'all go. I know people tired. I don't want to. I don't want y'all to mess around here. Ho. Who put these things by my name? What, somebody lost their damn mind. I look up and like, this nigga here in trouble. I'm that nigga. What y'all doing? It been like that. Oh, yeah, I got to start watching y'all. Man, come back here. I don't want to see all them checks by my name. What y'all doing? I'm good for one. I don't want to be overly righteous. I want to be fair. Y'all don't have no rod that can't feel your infirmity. I want to be fair. I want to say I done made a mistake. All right? I seen that, Abba. You get a check by your name now. Come on, finish this. Your Yuchanan 1. I'm going to try to. God, it says so much. Finish your Yuchanan so I can get out of here. I try to move quick. Come on, try to move. Where we at? Yuchanan 1:6, 1:12. Give me 129. He got 129. We already got all our Hadabarim. They call Deuteronomy 17:3. We got that. Then I need 10. Yuchanan 10:35. So I can get the Acts of the Apostle chapter 14, verse 14. Listen to the book.
But as many as received him,
to who?
Them gave he power to become the Bani of Elohim.
That's what happened. That's how the Gentiles get in. That's how Gentiles get in. That's how they do. That's setting up now for Gentiles to come in. How y'all think other people got in? Because they rejected him. How you think Gentiles get in? Because his own sons rejected him. How you think they're going to get in? See, you got these religions, they arguing the fact about Gentile being saved, a Gentile be grafted in. I don't know why it's such a hard thing to believe. His son was rejected. He rejected him. So what else he going to do? He going to take on another nation, another people. We should have saw this. We should have seen this coming. What Yuchanan told us made sense for us to realize how another nation get grafted in. Y'all all right? Look at the Rechabites. What we learned about them? Huh? They can't enter? That's tight. No, that's not true. No. With the Rechabites, what we learned about them, about how they kept, he brought them into the temple. They were people that dwelt around our people. They were told not to build houses, not to take wives, and not to drink wine. When we went into Babylon, we was told to take wives. We were told to build houses. We were told to beget children. That was the only way to keep our seed from dying out. We was in captivity. He told us, because we were going to be there for 70 years. You know what happened? We didn't take no wife and we didn't make no kids. We were going to die out. You're exactly right. So he told us when we got there, you're going to need to take your wife. You're going to need to build you a house. You need to get you some land. You're going to be here for a minute. This won't be one of them you're going to just float through. But the Rechabites were told not to drink no wine. Neither were they supposed to build any houses. They supposed to dwell in tents. So their father taught them. And Yahuwah acknowledged them, and he brought them for us to see them. How they had obeyed. They said they had always kept their father. They had never broke it. Never done it. No matter what the case is, they had never did it. He wanted us to see these people. How they obeyed their father. Some natural people that obeyed a natural carnal law that their father gave. And he wanted to see what was the problem why his people wouldn't obey him. Their father was dead. And he tried to look at him being the living Elohim and why his people won't obey what he told them. They said, never done it. They said, we always did it, just like he commanded us. Never drunk no wine, and we didn't build no houses. We stayed in tents. Our Father so commanded us to do that. That's how we've always been. Now, our Abba commanded us a thing, and we ain't kept it yet. Come on, finish this up.
Even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of Ish, but of Elohim.
That's good. That's good. 129. Yochanan. Other one 1035. Because I call this and I want to put it up there. 129. Listen. Yochanan. John, they call it. Listen.
The next Yom, Yochanan seeth Yahusha coming unto him, and saith, Behold, the Lamb of Elohim, which taketh away the sin of the Orats.
Who is this?
This is he of whom I said,
After who?
Me cometh
After who?
After me,
Cometh a what?
a Ish, which is preferred before me.
Tell him why.
For he was before me.
If y'all only knew if Adam could talk. They used to say walls could talk. If Adam could talk, he'd have told you. It was somebody coming after him. That would make him a forerunner. That's how he been a forerunner. He would come, it was somebody coming after him. That actually was preferred before him. That's why he told you, to which of them he said, this is my being. This you my begotten. He said the which of them? All of the Malachite. He said none of them took this on. Which of them? There was a man going to come after him that was preferred before him because he actually was before them.
That's right.
Y'all all right? So now we just heard that this is the Lamb of Elohim which taketh away the sin of the Orats, which is going to make sense for us at 1035. 1034, Yehukanan. Because we made these statements earlier. Listen to the book.
Yahusha answered them, Is it not written in your law?
It said not written where?
In your law,
Tell them what happened, son.
I said, Ye are Elohim.
See that? That's in your law in Bereshit. So he came to some more Elohim, and we wouldn't even receive him. He said, I told you that in your law. So listen what happened.
If he called them Elohim,
Them, plural. He called two, not just the man. He called them Elohim, plural. To whom?
the debar of Elohim came,
Then,
the scripture cannot be broken.
that's why they came to the two thieves. There was no way possible they could break his leg. If they would have went there and popped a finger, broke his leg, or snapped his neck, we were done. We were done. Y'all understand that? We were done. If he'd have broke a toe, we were done. We were done. How they said, break a leg, we were done. They said that's good luck. Now they tell a man, break a leg. Somebody told that man that break a leg, like, you shut your mouth. That's how important your salvation is, and that's how important the scripture is. That's a strong consolation for you. The fact that he realized the only way for this to work, I'm going to put my word that can't be altered or changed, that you can't defer from, that can't be broken, I'm going to put it inside of flesh and show you just how strong my word is. Then I'm going to send him out, and I'm going to call him my lamb, my sheep, a sacrifice. And you know how that's got to be. Got to be perfect. No evil, nothing. Couldn't be no defects. Couldn't be nothing in it. That's my lamb. That's your law. That never changed. That never changed. That's how important the law is for you. He said, now I called you Elohim. Now if it's true what people saying that the law had done away with, that means we're not Elohim. Huh? At the book of Tahalim 82 and 1. Let's see what he do. Tahalim, Psalm 82 and 1. Get through, we're going to clean up. Y'all going to mail me a hug. Get home, get my piece of dessert, a brace of steel. Bam, you put all this out, you think people stop stealing. Not like he's stealing for the glory or nothing like that. He's just stealing the steel. There's somebody steal the steel when you trying to steal the steel. That's getting away. That's like you going to steal a car and a nigga pop at the same car. What you doing? What you doing? It's your car. It is your car. What about look at you and say, no, we trying to steal the same car? That's when you know the bidding done went bad. It went bad. Listen to the book.
Elohim standeth.
You said Elohim does what now?
Standeth.
Well.
In the congregation of the mighty.
Uh-huh.
He shafted among the Elohim.
See that? What did he do?
Shafted among the Elohim.
Can you imagine that? Elohim came down and seen them. You know who he was judging? He was judging Elohim. You know you can't break them. When he come back in, that's what he's going to be doing. He just told you it can't be broken. That's what the man was sitting there doing. He was judging them Elohim. You can't change the law. That's in your law. He couldn't change that because you done sat around and you committed sin. He done already said what you were. He said, I done already said it. Unlike you, I can't go back on my word. He said, it done went out of my mouth. That's not coming back void. So when I come back to judge, I'm going to wind up judging among the Elohim. Listen, I didn't write it. I just got to follow it. Okay. It's some more. We're good. That's good. That's good. All right, thank you. That's good.